Finally, Ethiopia just launched the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which was one of the biggest energy projects on the African continent. This launch went ahead despite the diplomatic tensions with Egypt over the impact on and control of the waters of the Blue Nile, upon which the dam was constructed. This development is very significant for Ethiopia and the Eastern Africa region as a whole. In this video, we explain why. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam marks a significant step for Ethiopia's move towards energy self-sufficiency and ecological sustainability. However, for Egypt, it represents an existential threat. The hydroelectric power dam is built on the Blue Nile River. The Blue Nile, along with the White Nile, are the two major tributaries of River Nile, as they converge upstream in Sudan before flowing through the heart of Egypt, forming a critical hydrological lifeline for the North African country that is 97% desert and draws 90% of its fresh water from the Nile. Though the Blue Nile is shorter than the White Nile, it produces the most water flowing into the Nile. As a result, for the Egyptians, a dam constructed on the primary source of River Nile risks diminishing water availability, which could impact critical social and economic sectors such as agriculture. Nonetheless, for Ethiopia, this development was necessary to improve the welfare of her people and promote economic development and growth. Although Ethiopia is one of the biggest economies in Eastern and Sub-Saharan Africa, the country has had a relatively low electricity coverage. According to the World Bank, as of 2023, only 55.4% of the country's population had access to electricity. Comparatively, Kenya, a peer economy in the region, had a coverage of 76.2%. This lack of electricity coverage hampered economic growth and negatively impacted the health and well-being of the Ethiopian people. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was therefore a critical infrastructural project to unlock the country's economic development and promote societal well-being. The Renaissance Dam stands at 550 feet or 170 meters high, with a width of 2 kilometers, equivalent to 1.2 miles. These measurements rank the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam among the 20 largest hydroelectric dams in the world. They also make it the largest hydroelectric dam by power output in the continent, with a capacity to hold up to 74 billion cubic meters of water, which can sustain power generation of up to 5,150 megawatts. This capacity is 3 times the original power production capacity of the country, underscoring the significant impact of the dam. Completing this construction was, however, not a simple feat, as it cost $5 billion. The Ethiopian Central Bank provided 91% of the funds. The completion of the Renaissance Dam is significant because it has provided locally produced, renewable, and sustainable energy for the country. The additional megawatts will enable the expansion of coverage to ensure electricity access across the country. Additionally, Ethiopia will be able to export this electricity to neighboring nations such as Kenya, Tanzania, and Sudan, benefiting the Eastern African population and economy. With this significant step in boosting clean energy production capacity, Ethiopia has entrenched herself as a regional powerhouse. To put this into context, the total installed power production capacity of Kenya is 3,243 megawatts, about 63% of the Renaissance Dam total output. It remains to be seen how the government of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed will utilize this massive power production capacity to facilitate economic growth in the region and improve the welfare of the Ethiopian population. Whether power would be cheaper, and whether there will be other support programs to assist citizens in taking up the emerging opportunities are questions that remain to be answered. Nonetheless, Ethiopians have one more reason to be proud of their country and to hope for a better future, and Africa has one more project to celebrate in her journey of development.